Alright, today I'm reacting to Casually Explain the English language. I don't know what type of zingers he's gonna have in this one, but you already know it's gonna be hilarious. Probably, in his monotone voice. Never seen him laughing in not one of his jokes in one of his videos. I don't know. But let's go.
While most people in the world are forced to learn English if they ever want to leave their country for an international career,
Isn't English the biggest
visit
language?
other countries for leisure, not learn the language,
True.
and then get mad when no one understands it.
Mikasa wa toko desu ka?
The fact that most people from English-speaking countries never
Unless
even
we're sponsored by
consider
Crunchyroll.
fluency. If you look at a map of Europe, we can see that the average person in Sweden or Norway knows 2.5 languages, Germany 2,
Alright.
the UK is trailing with 1.6, and
Okay.
America is still figuring out what
0.8?
One redeeming factoid that I've heard
You
quite
know,
frequently
0.8
from
of the-
English people is that English is one
Okay.
of the hardest languages to learn, which isn't true. Well, I know that they just want to
It's
feel
not
good
true.
about themselves.
My
They
Spanish
should know
teacher
by
said
now
that
No
too.
one is allowed to feel good about themselves on my watch, especially myself. In reality, how hard a language is to learn is actually only really related to how similar it is to the language you already know. So for an English speaker,
True.
it usually takes about
Okay.
600 hours of dedicated study and practice to reach conversational fluency in any of
600
the Romance or
hours?
Scandinavian languages, then around twice as long for Greek, Hebrew, or Slavic
Dang.
languages, then around twice as long as that again for Arabic, Japanese, Korean, Assembly, or Mandarin. So if you're learning
Dang,
English
bro.
and speak any of those languages, then pretty much the reverse applies. What is true, though, is that English has quite a few quirks that make it
That's
easier
probably
to
low,
learn
though.
other languages in some ways. and quirks that make
It would
it
take
way harder
years
to
for
learn.
like some
One
dude
of
to
the best
just
features of
learn
English is that we don't have
fluent
masculine,
mode.
feminine, or neutral. We just have the definite article the table,
Yeah.
the refrigerator, and there are no regular nouns with gender, making English the ultimate safe space language. The downside, however, is that while I was trying to learn French,
Alright.
I would say j'aime le chocolat, and people would say le chocolat, le. The North Americans are so stupid. And that would hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I ain't take
but I
French.
was trying my best.
to
But
Spanish, so I don't
when
know
English
what
is
he
second
said.
language, they say,
Chocolate.
the chocolate.
The
And then I
chocolate.
say the chocolate.
The.
And they're like, the chocolate. And not so easy now, is it, Baguette? That's why you haven't been a world superpower for 300 years. What I'm trying to say is that while English nouns have no gender, the definite article
Didn't they surrender
is a nightmare
French?
for most trying to learn it, because one of the most
It's like the
difficult
only
sounds
place
to
who
pronounce in
ever
English is the
surrendered.
TH sound, th. I mean, not for me, I fucking nailed it. But for
Oh,
non-English
my
people,
tripping.
we usually replace it with a Z, D, or an F. And if you've ever
Z,
talked to someone learning
D.
English, you'll notice that one of the hardest words to pronounce is squirrel. Again, not for
Squirrel?
me. It's really just home
What's
run
wrong with
after home
squirrel?
run. But if you're really looking to knock someone
Squirrel.
international down a few pegs, here's a few things that can be extremely hard to say even for English speakers. So when I put it
Alright.
on the screen, we can all try to say it at the same time. Anemone.
Anemone. Anemone. Anemone. Anemone. Anemone. Anemone. Anemone. Okay.
3,000.
3,000ths. Rural brewery. Yeah. I love you.
Thanks, guys. I needed that. Romance language.
That was.
Consistent phonetically. As boom,
Yeah, that was good, bro. That was good. Rewind that. Thanks, guys. I really needed that. I love you. Thanks, guys. That was good, bro. That was good. That was fire, bro. That was fire. Yeah.
French you have.
Yeah. That was fire.
But if you try that in English, you get hat,
Rat, chat.
wet.
What?
So it just doesn't work. I mean, if you come across a word you haven't
Through-
seen in English
though
before,
through
it's
thought,
sometimes impossible to know how
tough,
it's pronounced.
cough.
Take these, for example.
Plug?
Though, through, thought,
Hiccups.
tough, cough, plow, and
Oh,
sometimes
plow.
you even have hiccups.
Hiccups.
Not me, though, obviously.
I've never seen
In English,
hiccup
there are also many
wrote.
dialects of the
Written
same
down or
language.
plow
For example,
written
while
down.
American English is mostly removing redundancies in spelling and saying egg,
Col-
aubergine, or niche.
Not
instead
gonna
of
lie, I
meat.
used to write it like that.
Again, basically,
The first
takes
time.
power away
I
from
was
French.
younger.
British English removes a lot of redundancies from entire words. As an example, in American English, you would say, I have to go down the elevator and get a ride so I can go and work out. But in British English, you just say, I have to take the lift so I
Yeah.
can get a lift so I can go. And in Australian English, they just completely change entire sentences in the most internationally
Whoa.
destructive
Is that
way
bread
possible.
with
As an
sprinkles on it?
example, in
That look
Australian English, you would
delicious.
say, boy, don't you love it when a good cunt's wearing a hot pair of pants? Well, most North Americans would say, oh my goodness gracious, Rachel, get the Bible. What that actually translates
Oi,
to in American
don't you
English
love it
is,
when a-
hey, don't you love
Hey.
it when your friend is wearing a cool pair of flip-flops?
Cunt does not mean
Ultimately, though,
friend.
every English has its advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, it
Jamaicans
doesn't.
sound
Don't
but I
you
can't understand
dare.
them. South Africans sound cool, but I
Some
can't.
people
People from Scotland and Wales sound cool, but I'm pretty sure they aren't speaking English. And then people from America sound less cool the higher their neighborhood GDP. Even for me, I have possibly the most generic
The
Pacific
joke ain't hit for me
Northwest
because
accent
I don't know what a
imaginable,
G.
meaning I never
I don't know what that is.
While it means I am unable to live up to my true potential, the upside is I can do this. Hey Siri, okay Google, subscribe to Casually Explained. If that didn't work, you're lucky you're wearing headphones because if I'm out for 20 seconds, I'm texting your mom. I am just kidding, of course. I can already do that from my phone.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. So good. So good. I'm not gonna lie, that I love you part. That was the hardest I've ever laughed at a I didn't expect it. It hit. I ain't. Yo. That came out of left field for me, and that was funny. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I really needed that. You know, well, not everybody probably did it. If you like on a bus or something, you probably ain't do that in a public place, but you just said, you know, majority people probably did that. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Yo, that joking. I love you. Thanks, man. Really needed it, bro. Oh, set up, punchline. Beautiful joke. I'm out. Bye.